What is up, guys? Yesterday I was at a local heavy metal show and I was doing some circle pitting, I was mosh pitting, and I fell down and kind of busted my knee a little bit. It feels pretty strained. I would say kind of moderately to severely strained, to the point where I got a pretty bad limp right now. So I can't do my regular self-care as I usually would do Saturday mornings. So what have I decided to do instead? I went to my local Barnes & Noble and I bought myself a book, because reading and learning is self-care. I bought myself 2 books because I can't do my regular walking or running and or working out right now. And one of the main themes of this channel is self-care. And one of the main themes of this channel is self-growth. One of the main themes is having hobbies and interests and always being able to feed your body and your mind. So I bought 2 books. One of them is a book by Bell Hooks called All About Love. It's actually probably her most popular book. Bell Hooks writes about subjects regarding feminism, race, social class, and she's just a very predominant writer in, I feel like, the kind of like feminist movement, but also just in regards to social oppressions. But I've never read any of her books. I've known people who are huge Bell Hooks fans, and they've recommended me Bell Hooks books, but I've never taken the step. Just because I never have the time, really. And since my ass got fucking handed to me yesterday, I'm like, you know what? I can actually use this opportunity to sit down and read some fucking books for once, because I'm always out and about planning stuff. So very excited to read that book. This is profound. This is stuff that more men have to be reading if we're ever going to get along with a woman, with people of the opposite sex. Like, we have to read more of this, and I think it's gonna be a profound read. I can't wait to see some of the insights that I get from this book, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm happy that I'm doing this out of a place of just wanting to better myself and wanting to learn about female oppressions. This book particularly, I don't know if it is about female oppressions. From the looks of it, it's more about maybe even some trauma. It seems trauma informed. It's about relationships and love. So I think it'll be a major read, and I'm just happy to be able to finally get it under my belt. I used to be really into scientific books, neuroscience books, but now that I've grown older, I've realized, you know what, there's only so much insight neuroscience can give us. Reading psychology, reading people's life stories, listening to people's personal life experiences actually offers so much insight into the human mind. If you want to understand the human mind, listen to people. Listen to women, listen to men, listen to people who've gone through trauma. Explore your own mind. That is a pot of gold. So the second book I got is called The Drama of the Gifted Child by Alice Miller. Alice Miller is one of the most popular figures in psychology regarding trauma and how it impacts children developmentally at a developmental level. Her story is quite interesting because she wrote about trauma, but there's some backstory that her son actually said that she passed down some generational trauma. The generational trauma that she actually discusses in this book was actually passed down from her to her son. And obviously she has all this insight into how she was traumatized, but in the book I don't think she mentions about how she may have actually put some of her children through some of that trauma, which, once again, shame. It's having shame that doesn't allow us to take accountability. So but I'm sure, as someone who was actually, perpetrating some level of trauma, that she has the best insight into it. Sometimes, the only people who are going to have insight into perpetrating trauma are the people who are perpetrating it. And we have to learn from it. But I'm sure she's got really amazing insights. This is a book that this is a writer that I've actually been wanting to read about for maybe like 2 or 3 years now, because I watched lots of Daniel Mackler on YouTube, who's a ex-therapist, who talks a lot about the impacts of trauma on childhood and some of the impacts trauma has on adult human behavior, relationships, their sense of self, their functioning. So very excited. I finally have Alice Miller in my fucking hands, bro. Oh my fucking god. This was written in 1979. It is considered one of the like hallmark psychological reads regarding trauma, human behavior, human relationships, and the impacts of trauma on human beings. So I am astounded to read both of these books. One of them, Bell Hooks, the other one, Alice Miller. Guys, like I say, there's so many ways to self-improve, and I feel like us men, we kind of get wrapped up in like, oh, I gotta work out, I gotta get more muscular, I gotta get more attractive. Like, that's all fine and dandy, but this, being able to read, being scientifically informed, being aware, all of this is super important for us to be able to have like good relationships and to be self-aware and to be better, to look at ourselves and grow. And so growth is done in so many ways. It's not just physical. So that's what I'm trying to embrace right now, as I am struggling with an injured knee. I said, fuck it, we're still practicing self-care, and there's always something in the back of my mind that I want to do. If it's not reading, it's going to be playing the guitar. If it's not playing the guitar, it's going to be learning about who knows what. So guys, keep your interests wide and have lots of interest and fascinations in life, and this will keep you excited. It'll keep you young. It'll keep you always learning, and we always have to learn, man. We always have to learn in this life. Don't allow yourself to get blocked off. Don't delude yourself into thinking you know everything, because that's when you stop learning and growing. So with that, guys, that's what I'm going to spend the day doing. Hopefully my knee heals up in the next 2 or 3 days here, because I got another heavy metal show on Wednesday. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Alrighty, everyone. Peace and love.